Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 3 of the National Equipment League. We are back in hot and steamy Carnesville, Georgia. 3 returning competitors, 3 new competitors, and almost a whole new slate of challenges as we dive into Season 3. I am here with Brenna Moore. Brenna, how are you doing?
I'm good.
And Jessica Klein. Jess, how are you doing today?
I'm hot.
It's hot.
It is hot.
We are going to dive in here to Event 1, and what you are going to see here in Event 1 is what we are calling the Owner-Operator Challenge. Each operator is going to jump into the HX 480 excavator and load 3 heaping buckets into the HA 45 articulated haul truck. They will then drive the course. They are then going to dump the load in the designated spot, park the haul truck out of the way, hop into the 130 dozer, and spread their load out flat until I call time. Jessica, what are you most excited to see here in Season 3?
I always love when we have the ADT and the big buckets. I'm excited about that. We have new competitors. I think it's going to be a great time all around. I like that there's the 3rd piece of equipment for this challenge. So it's slippery. I think it's going to be a good entertainment.
It's muddy. Thank you to Hyundai for providing the perfect stadium for this. Brenna, what are you excited to see here in Season 3?
Well, as a fellow competitor last season, I love the rivalry between competitors, but also how we all came together and talked strategy to help the next competitor. And I'm also curious to see how everybody does with this mud, because I know like the haul truck and things like that. I'm excited to see how they all do with this terrain and see who comes out on top.
It's greasy, it's slick, and that is not a segue into Bryan Furnace, but it is kind of a segue into Bryan Furnace, who, much to his chagrin, has drawn the first slot in today's event. And here I'm gonna check with Bryan. Bryan, are you ready? I'm gonna count down from 3 and you're gonna go. 3, 2, 1, and go! So the clock has started here on Event 1. Bryan positioned everything into how he wanted to get it, and he's well on his way into Scoop 2 here. That is part of his strategy. He asked me here just before we went, he said, did it matter what side of the pile I go to? I said, no sir, wherever you like. We are having an added focus on safety this time. You will notice Bryan unbuckling his seat belt and moving at a safer jog down the hill than maybe Bryan is comfortable doing. He's at 48 seconds as he gets into the HA 45, and rather than running the entire circumference of the course here, what we have built here is a little bit of a rough terrain on the outskirts of the bottom level here. For them to operate on, they need to go around the cones, around the Thunder Creek trailer, and then he will move into position to dump. We better get out of the way here.
I saw a little sliding.
My name's Bryan Furnace with Diesel and Iron. That's my YouTube channel, and I run a dirt company and mostly do septic stuff these days. So the reason I think this is such a cool event is because you get to showcase what we do in the industry. You get to see what we're doing on a daily basis. The skills that we've kind of honed over the years in our trade, we get to put them on display here and really showcase how well you know the equipment, how well you can utilize it and get the task done.
Bryan at 151 as that dump bed gets up.
Sticky stuff.
It is sticky. He's good. Now he's just got to move that truck just far enough out of the way so he can still get in there and knock that flat. He's given himself a very narrow window here to get that dozer in between the cone. Bryan, in a Call back to the Clash of Champions did not have his dozer on.
Oh, Bryan's trying to get it started again. He has an issue with this. Bryan has an issue getting stuff going.
Gave himself a very narrow passageway there in between his truck. That's why we're calling it the owner-operator challenge. He's gonna have to do what he's gotta do to push that flat. Let's see how many scoops he takes it in. There he goes, he's flat on one.
Wonder how many people will over aim and then back up to try and use the tracks to flatten.
He also got himself very close to the course signage. He's lucky he got that flat. I'm gonna call that, we're good. 339 for Bryan Furnace.
All right, Bryan, here we are, first run of the day. 3 different pieces of equipment, none that's not your first time, but how do you feel? How did it go? What was your favorite part?
Honestly, just kind of getting the nerves out of the way. You know, being the first guy out of the gate, you're just sitting there waiting for the nerves. You got the jitters, and so kind of getting the first run out of the way, shaking off the rust. It's been really good. I feel like that was a pretty strong start, but we did have a little issue with the dozer startup, so my settings changed. It was kind of adapt on the fly, but you know, that's what we do on the job every day. So
You did well, and I think it's a real solid run. We'll see how everybody else stacks up, and welcome back. It's good to have you.
thank you. Going to give me a time credit for how long it takes him to get in the machine, go through the procedure to start it.
Did it shut off?
It auto shut off, yeah.
Okay.
So
I was like, he's going to come over here and think that I screwed with him.
my first thought was that, but it said on the screen auto shut down. I'm like,
Bryan got in the dozer, it wasn't running. Not his fault, although we should all check it. I timed myself getting up onto the dozer, into the dozer, starting the machine. Total of 10 seconds here. I would like to give Bryan a 10-second runoff because his machine was not running.
I'd switch that out for his 10-second penalty on the bucket not good for.
Hey, everyone's saying your third bucket was weak.
as I came out of the pile, I watched it fall back, and I was like, someone's gonna bitch about that.
As I said, rivalry.
I could do that then too. If the consensus is that the bucket was weak, we'll call it a wash.
Call it a wash.
All right, so we kick off season 3 with a little bit of action and drama right off the bat. We were gonna give Bryan a time runoff due to the machine going into auto shutdown, but then there were some challenges to the size of Bryan's third bucket. Everybody agreed that that could all be a wash. Bryan was assessed no penalties, but no time was run off. Bryan's final time for event 1 was 3:39:15. And now, from Seattle, Washington, we go to, tell us a little bit about Madisen. Why did you think Madisen was going to be good for this competition?
I thought she was good for this competition because she actually started as a union laborer, so she really knows the groundwork. And then she decided that she wanted to go to the operators, and she joined an apprenticeship, and I actually wrote her a recommendation letter to help get her in. So we go way back to like the beginning of her operating career. And she also helped me build her last year, and I saw how she was engaging with the kids and how she could shift from like that work mentality to the mentoring mentality. And when Bill asked about it, I was like, Madisen, she's got what it takes. I think she's a good operator, and I think she's gonna show us what she's got.
And now we're gonna see firsthand how that plays out here in event 1. Madisen, thumbs up. All right, I'm gonna count down from 3, and we're gonna go. 3, 2, 1, and go. How long have you known Madisen, Brenna?
I have known Madisen for I think almost 13 years now.
Nice.
Since the beginning of my operating career. So I know when I was in the operator, she would ask me a lot of questions, and she said one night she was working in the range, she was shoveling, and she looked up at somebody in a loader, and she was like, I want to do that, and off she went.
She's here with bucket 2. We know that after the competitors challenged Bryan's third bucket, I suspect that we're going to see all operators give it their all here in their capturing of their buckets.
Nice.
And Madisen does it with
So
a heaping
big old
load
number
there.
3.
Bucket 3.
Get her down.
And she's now going to bring that machine to a rest. Seatbelt off. She's at 50 seconds, so considering that we technically did penalize Bryan a little bit for his run, she's right at about the pace Bryan was getting into that haul truck. Jess, what did you think of the first event here in Bryan's run, and how do you think Madison's going to stack up against these guys from what you've talked to her?
Her experience and what she's talked about, just the stories that she's told over the last day, I think she is going to go neck and neck with the guys. Love that. I think Bryan did a great job. Wasn't overly aggressive with the equipment. Everybody's taking it safe with the little slipperiness here.
Hi, I'm Madison, and I'm Madisen McCaulley. I'm from Darrington, Washington, born and raised. I am a mom of 3 girls, and I work for Flatiron Construction in Renton. I run loader for a pipe crew. I'm kind of all over the place right now, but that's mainly what I do. So I do import, export in our yard, maintain all the materials. We get all of our rock, dirt for our pipe crew, and I bring it to and from. And yeah, do anything I can to assist.
You're good, Madison. You can go ahead and dump. Everyone's getting maybe a little closer to that National Equipment League sign. That is going to create interesting challenges here.
That's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's a little close to the sign again, but they can pivot, right? A lot of people talk about their dozer and the maneuverability, so.
We'll see what the Honda dozer does.
Yeah.
She needs to get moving here and get in that truck. She's going to be, there was a little bit of talk about this among the drivers. She is not messing around at all. Our cameraman puckered up there just a little bit.
Saw that.
She pulled that truck right up to the dozer. She has it parked. She's struggling to get out of the machine. There she goes. She's making her way into the dozer. She's at 324 right now.
Here we go.
Oh, this will be a good display of what that blade can do.
Gonna take out the cone. There we go.
Little bit of course correction there.
Here we go.
And here she takes her first bite from the pile. Let's take the rest of that pile here in one bite. It will certainly be beneficial to her time if she does.
There's quite a pile
You can
here.
tell how sticky that clay is. She's got a blade full of that Georgia clay stuck to the blade. We'll give it a little blade shake there. She's doing her best to take that all in one bite. And it breaks my heart to do it, but I'm gonna have to send her back to get one more. I want one more right along the sign.
That extra
And if we trash the sign, so be it. That makes for some good YouTube, people.
Oh, watch out there.
Commissioner tripping all over the place. She smartly uses the angle blade. I wouldn't penalize her if she took out the sign.
Oh, very nice. What?
You did not.
Very nice job. Time. We're gonna call that 5:22.
Madison, you did a wonderful job. Tell us about it.
Well, I already know what I could have done better. I got it right next to the sign, and that kind of killed my time a little bit because I had to figure out how to maneuver without pulling the sign out. So, you know,
We appreciate that you were respectful of the sign. Yeah, that third pass there, getting around and the approach on the cone there, right? With the first pass of it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could come, because my initial thought was to go between the sign and the cone and blow it out, and it would have been all right, but I had to come in, turn my blade, and pull it the other way. So, yeah, that was tricky. I kind of corked myself, so...
No, you did well. All right, so we're at a 5-minute timing around there. So your second person to go. There are still 4 other people.
First guy get.
Bryan had 3:39, so that's all right. We've got four competitions. We got this. So you did great though. Strong, quick, full buckets. You did great with the ADT haul truck. It's all about having fun. You made it look great. So. Did you have a good time?
I did. That was fun. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, we're so glad you're here. Let's go to our third competitor and see how they stack up against Madisen and Bryan.
Well, Jess, how do you think Madisen did there?
She did great. I think good hustle. Those were very large buckets that she had. It was fun to watch. What did you think?
Oh, I thought she did great, especially first time on a course coming against some big time competition like this. She held her own very well. Speaking of someone who holds their own very well, no stranger to the National Equipment League course here, Mr. Chris Guins, better known as Let's Dig 18, is up in the cab next. And Chris, are you ready, sir? He's waving, he's ready. Chris is a happy man. On the count of 3, we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, and go!
I like his shorts and his boots get up.
You know, he asked me, and that is not, well, okay, there's more in that bucket than I thought there'd be. I almost was gonna say that looked like a weak bucket.
It did look weak. It was not, yeah.
But now when you see there from our angle, he had a good heaping bucket that time. It's just the way he had it tipped at the end there. And he made up for it with a heaping bucket there with bucket 3. He's at about 33 seconds right now. He's got his seatbelt off. He's got the bucket down. He does a reverse 3 points of contact. Chris Guins coming out of that excavator, jogging ever so politely over to that HA45. We've had some safety discussions here this week, folks. If you see people not sprinting maybe as fast as they have in past competitions.
So I'm Chris Guins. The YouTube channel is Let's Dig 18, and I own my own grading and excavating business. My main type of work is I do a lot of lane clearing, and we really specialize in building ponds and lakes. It's kind of the go-to that everybody knows to call me for.
He is taking this course by storm. He's at 1:20 coming around that final cone there. He asked us ahead of time, he's like, hey, it's outside the course. Would it be good YouTube if I drive over your sign? We said, go for it. He saved us a couple bucks there. He's backing up to dump. He's behind. He's behind the cone. He's dumping his load. And he went a little bit deeper there than I think, but I know what he's trying to do. He's getting his load into a position where the natural contour of the land behind it is gonna let him dump that load out faster. We had a conversation with the competitors after Madisen's run about not dumping too close to that sign so as not to give me as the judge and the referee here any tough and unfortunate decisions to make. Chris has his bed down. He's getting out of the HA45.
He has a nice dirt placement there. It's not too close to the sign.
He does. Jordan's gonna have to get out of the way of the dozer. That makes for some good video as well, but I want to see that today. He's a young father.
He went down last season on my run.
He did. He stumbled last time. And here we go. Chris Guins in the HA HD 130. And he is at a pace where he should take over, barring something catastrophic or monumental here. He should take over first place. I'm good with that, Chris. Come back and get your second bite. He is positioning himself to do this in a 2-bite push. And like the pro that he place, Chris Guins with a time of 3:17.
I love to be the messenger with good news here. Before I tell you stuff, I'm going to ask you. It's great to see you again,
You too,
by the way.
Absolutely. What a great day to be here.
It's wonderful. How do you think you did? What do you think?
I feel like I did pretty good. According to how fast my heart's racing, I feel like I gave it my all there on that one. So hopefully it was enough. I know I was third, but hopefully it was enough to beat the next three people.
You did fabulous. So Bryan was leading at 3 minutes and 39 seconds. You just killed that with 3 minutes and 17 seconds. So you are in a healthy first place here with the first three competitors. Just really well done. The placement, I think. Well, first you did wonderful with the haul truck. Nice, good, healthy speed, safe. But that was fun, right?
Absolutely, there. I hit that first bump over there, and we were committed then. So, but no, I think the best thing what I saw from the other ones was you got to get a little bit farther away from the cone and the sign there, as that kind of hems you up into a tighter area there, and just put it out in the open. You can plow right through it with the dozer and knock it down 2 passes.
Yeah, 2 passes was key there. You did a great job, maneuvered it perfectly. So I think your time speaks for itself. You did great. So here we go. Next, we are going to Dirt Ninja and his first time competing with the National Equipment League. So let's see what Tom, Mr. Dirt Ninja, has.
Fans of the National Equipment League can receive 20% off their registration for Utility Expo 2025. Head on over to theutilityexpo.com and enter code EXPO20 to receive 20% off your registration. Chris Guins came and did Chris Guins things in his run here in Event 1. And next up, making his debut on the National Equipment League stage, you may know him as Dirt Ninja. We know him as Tom Gardocki. And we're gonna see how Tom does here as a rookie of the National Equipment League, but not a rookie of heavy equipment. Tom, you good? I'm gonna count down from 3 and we're gonna go. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Off to the races.
I'm not saying that there's side bets or side action here at the beginning, but there has been some conversation about maybe Tom being the man to beat in this competition.
Hi, I'm Tom Gardocki. I'm co-owner of New Era Excavation out of Londonderry, New Hampshire, and I'm also the Dirt Ninja on social media. Today we're down here at the Hyundai grounds, and we're gonna have some fun, some competition, and see how we stack up against these other guys and girls that are here. On the Dirt Ninja channels, I show a lot of tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. I'm fairly young, but I've been operating equipment since I was about 4 years old, so I have a lot of experience. Like to show that off, help other people out, show off some business tricks, operating tricks, all different things that another business owner or an operator might find useful.
Tom is in the truck and going at just under a minute here. He's behind pace of some, ahead of some others. And yeah, you can see that even though the course is dried out a little bit, there is a little bit of slipping and sliding on that HA45. How did it handle for you, Bryan?
So it was pretty good until this final turn, and you're gonna notice most of the trucks are pushing through that final turn just because you do have that slipperiness to it, although it is drying out a lot. He had a lot less slip there.
We did push a little bit of that real greasy stuff off the top before competition here today, just to make it a little bit less complicated for people. Commissioner almost goes down. I hope that got on camera somewhere.
The dump pile position is essential in the time and success in this course.
It is, and also the movement they get off of the dump, and then what they're doing with that bucket as they're moving, that bed as they're moving. He just gets his material out of the bed. I was worried there he was coming down maybe a little too soon. It fell out, and he is in the transition from truck to dozer at the 2-minute 20-second mark. We'll see how fast and aggressive he is on a dozer. I believe that From what I've seen over the years, Tom's strength is in an excavator, but he can run just about anything.
So there's been a lot of discussion over on the sidelines about the size of the buckets going into the truck. You know, as operators, we want to get the big, huge heaping bucket, but you have to think that penalizes you in 3 ways. You're going to spend more time in the pile, you're going to go slower in the off-road truck, and it makes more work on the dozer. So you can see that Tom, from the get-go, was using those lighter buckets. He wasn't quite going for the heaps.
I thought he was going to try to Superman. He really didn't need to do that. He just might have made the difference there between first place and second place. I was not going to penalize him for that. Let's see how quickly. It's going to be very close. Time!
3-7.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the closest finish. The first time that we have had to go to the tenths of seconds in a run. Chris Guins at 3:17:09. Tom Gardocki at 3:17:53. If he doesn't stop to maintain his little push there, he's in first place.
Mr. Dirt Ninja, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me. This is fun.
You did great. So before I tell you news about time, tell us about it.
I feel good. I think it went well. I had a little different strategy, I think, from some of the other guys. So I'm curious to see how it is. I think I almost had a perfect run besides not pushing the dirt out far enough. So that'll cost me a couple seconds. So hopefully not. Hopefully I beat Chris. That's the whole reason I'm here.
Oh, I love that. Good friendly competition. So there was that one point where you adjusted just a second there. Chris was at 3:17:09.
Oh boy.
You are at 3:17:53. So, I mean, just hundreds of seconds behind, but that's all right.
It counts though.
You're doing great. Every second counts. So here we are. Next up, we have Dirt Perfect. I'm excited to see how you do in these other events. I don't know if you know this, but everybody's a little nervous. You're here. And are you ready to take it all? Like, is that competition on? Are you going for it?
Yeah, I'm a very competitive person, so I want to win this. I want to win every competition.
I love it. I'm so excited for you. Glad to have you here. All right, let's see up next how Dirt Perfect Mike Simon stacks up against all the other competitors.
Chris was 3:17:09.
Oh.
Tom was 3:17:53.
Slower.
0.4 of a second slower.
0.4 of a second. Did I do that right?
Yeah.
You had I think the smartest, there's no way to say this, it doesn't sound weird. You had the smartest dump of anybody.
I couldn't see. What did you do?
I was raising when I was backing up.
It wouldn't go up with me.
It takes a second to start to go.
I had it the whole time from when I started here. I couldn't
really?
get it to go down either on the way back.
Yeah.
Very excited.
I know. I could see this. I thought he had me.
Chris Guins joining us on the
Special commentary.
special commentary here. You always turn up when Mike Simon's at the
I
control.
mean, we've known each other for such a long time. I just feel obligated to be here for this moment with you
So,
to, ridicule him.
yeah, absolutely. No, of all the people here, you have known Tom Gardocki the longest. What do you think of Tom's run?
Yeah,
that he just did?
Tom is a very, we're pretty much the same age. We started at the same time. He was in his family business. We pretty much grew up in the business together. He's a very good operator.
Very
he's quiet about it, but
competitive,
he's good. He's good.
Yeah. Well, let's see how Mr. Dirt Perfect do. I should say, reigning champion Mike Simon, Dirt Perfect. All right, Mike, if you're ready on the count of 3, we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, and go.
I just hope that belt isn't like glistening in his eyes,
It might.
slow him down.
So now there is an optical illusion of where we're standing, I think.
Oh, that was a bed bang!
Did he hit the bed?
He knocked the crap
He
out
hit
of
the
it.
bed.
30 seconds.
No, 15 for bed bangers.
No, it's 30 for Mike. He should have experience not to do that.
Yeah.
That's killing him right now.
It does.
You can just see the look on his face.
He's like, I hurt myself before we even started.
My name is Mike Simon, aka Dirt Perfect from Derby, Indiana, where I own a small excavating business. The reason I'm here at NEL is I think it's important to highlight the talent in this industry so we can get new talent in this industry, because a lot of the very talented people in the industry are timing out. And this is an awesome career for people who enjoy playing in the dirt.
Although we're gonna have to add 15 seconds. His split times there were ahead or better than just about everybody.
He's on a mission now.
He is on a mission, but I don't know if there's a mission that can make up 15 seconds.
15 seconds is going to be a lot on this neck and neck.
Mike Simon, he does not care. He turned that mogul into nothing.
He is on a mission. Now it all comes down to where he dumps at now.
It does. Here, we talk about places to make up 15 seconds. This could potentially be that type of place depending on what he does here.
All right, so we're started to raise the bed. He's going to dump right there. He's away from the sign good.
That's good, and he picked a spot where there's
a good spot.
There's some natural contour of the land there that he can take advantage of as his push.
Now whether or not all the dirt, there we go. Up. I don't think he let all the dirt come out.
He didn't. Oh.
So he's going to have to back up and dump all the dirt out.
No, we're gonna assess that at the end. We're gonna assess that at the end. He's at 209 right now.
Oh.
All right.
We'll discuss a potential penalty there. I don't know that there's anything he could have done there too to dislodge that dirt.
Well, I don't know if the bed was on the way up or not.
That's true.
Have we been using the sign as an indicator that you need to be behind the sign?
It's interesting. Just got to be past the cone. Everyone has gone significantly past the cone.
Well,
Mike Simon here is gonna. He is at 241. Depending on what he does here, that 15-second penalty for the bed banger. 252 for Mike Simon. And we're gonna add at least 15 seconds for the bed banger, but that would still put him into first place. We're gonna gather the council here to talk about what to do about that.
We gotta see how much dirt
left in the truck.
We're going to talk to the one and only Sir Champion Dirt Perfect. Hi, welcome back.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hi. What do you think?
Well, that was, it's a game of inches because the competition is so tight. I caught the edge of the bed by like a ½ inch. I know that cost me a 15-second penalty, but I think I made up so much more time after that because I had nothing to lose other than just going for it. I don't know what the time is, but I feel like I'm still in the running.
Your finish time was fabulous. You made up for it in there, around the curve. You were hauling the placement, the drop pile here. Wonderful placement. Yeah. They are reviewing something.
Another 15-second penalty for the dirt in the bed.
We didn't discuss that, but I think it's fair, yeah. Because it's not. He's got a whole lot less to spread when.
Yeah. Okay, I guess the question is, if we raise the bed, come over, raise the bed up. If it comes out, then that's a penalty.
Correct.
But if it doesn't come out, there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm perfectly fair with that. If you back over there and raise it all the way up and it falls out.
Do we think? Should we review the tape as to whether it was all the way up?
I don't think it was.
You don't think it was all the way up?
So there's a lot of dirt left in there. Are you playing it right now? Oh, that's it right now.
That's it right now.
There's a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it and see what it is. Do you have any idea of what they might be consulting about?
Bucket contact with the bed, if I had to guess.
Well, that's a given with that penalty, but they're discussing if there is a concern about the amount of dirt still in the bed of the truck.
Oh.
There's a little bit left. It's sticky, it's heavy.
It's red sticky clay.
Right, but you had a wonderful time. So your finish time was 2:52. And everybody else was at 3:17. So, I mean, that's just how champions do it, I think, right?
I mean, I just go for it. That's how.
Let's hear. We have the commissioner coming back here, and
What we're going to do, we gathered the commission. Mike, we're going to talk about this. So just flat time. You killed the course. You're in first place, just in flat time. Even adding the 15-second bed banger penalty, you are still in first place. But the dilemma is there is still a lot of dirt in the truck. We just gathered everybody to talk. We are going to re-raise the bed, and if all of the dirt falls out, you will be assessed a second 15-second penalty for not raising the bed high enough. if it doesn't fall out and it's stuck, you will have your first place time with just the 15 seconds for bed banging.
The drama.
I think he was close to all
The
way
drama
up.
continues.
You don't think he was?
I really did like, though, your approach of when you did your first pass, you angled it and you hit a nice chunk on the drag back. What's the official term there? It's not drag back.
Well, yeah, backbladed. So I was blading going both ways is basically what I was doing.
Shame on me for not using the correct terms. Here we go.
How long do you want me to wait? Commissioner, 30 minutes?
Let you make that
If it would have fell out immediately, I would have went with what you guys said. After he raised the bed,
I don't think it was all the way up though. Can you go back and look at the?
It went up to where it stopped moving because I placed it in.
Let me see if I can get, before I make a decision, I'll see if I can get a look at it. He gets it up. It's up.
Still coming out. It's still coming out.
And he said if he had left it up while
And
he
drove away,
Yeah.
He was pulling away kind of.
he gets 2 15-second penalties. To reviewing the video, you took it up to full height, and then as you started to drive away, you immediately, rather than leaving it, if you had left it at full height and driven forward 10 feet, I think it all comes out, but you were immediately dropping it down as you started going forward. It had not all come out. So combined with the amount of dirt and the instant replay, first instant replay in National Equipment League history, we're adding a second 15-second penalty. So you're going to go into event 2 in third place.
So what's that put me at 320 something?
322.47. All right, I'm here with Mike Simon, Dirt Perfect. Mike,
How about that time, Bill?
that time was great, and unfortunately, we've
Now
had
let's stop there. How about that time, Bill?
You had the best time of the group, but unfortunately, we had to assess 2 different penalties. The first instant replay, the first true instant replay in National Equipment League history, and then plus you had a bed banger there at the beginning.
I will gladly accept the penalty for the bed banger.
Yeah.
That was my bad.
Yeah.
Half inch. The other one, I have no choice but to accept, but I'm not for sure about that. When the bed cycled up, dirt just didn't come out.
We've got 3 more events after this one. You're in third place as of right now, which is a great position to be in. And the way that you tackled that course, you can take that in the next couple of events easily. But first here, and finally in event 1, we have Mr. Mike Frey, who you witnessed Mike's performance.
Absolutely.
In the qualifier in Indiana. How do you think Mike is going to do in this event?
He's going to be solid. He was solid in Indiana right up to the last event, had a little bit of a stumble there, which we just seen can happen to anybody.
Yep.
If he brings his A game and can get a clean run, I think he'll be right in the middle of it.
Mike is our first regional qualifier here at the national competition, and we're going to let the rest of it stand to Mike's performance. Mike, you good to go? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and go! So what we've realized standing here, Mike, is the visual illusion, although there's no illusion about his first bucket. That is a big bucket. But I think that everyone has said everyone's first bucket's a little light. As we look at this here, you know, it's the position we're standing in, and he's getting a good bucket there.
Got a solid run going so far.
Yeah, Mike's concerned about the transition from machine to machine. I'm not saying we almost had another bed banger there. I think
that was close.
That was very close. Mike is moving out of the position, and he is coming out of that machine as fast as anyone has today. And now he's doing the polite walk. We're going to do a YouTube cut of just all you guys doing your polite little jogs from the excavator to the truck.
My name is Mike Frey. I'm from Farmersburg, Indiana. I am a 3rd generation contractor installing drainage tile. Own 2 businesses in Farmersburg, Frey Drainage and Excavating and Frey Dredging. We just started this last year. I've really gotten a lot out of talking to the guys the last 3 days. I didn't know them before. I was kind of intimidated a little bit. I've seen them on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. There's so many opportunities out there for the trades, for dirt moving, for construction, for plumbing. You can make a tremendous living at it. I'm very fortunate that we had a family business that I was able to go into.
Frey is making up his little time there that he had struggled with getting the truck in gear. He knocks everything a little bit loose with that stop. Mike at 157 right now.
I knew after that penalty, I might as well just go for it.
You went for it, and Mike took a page from your book in driving that truck around the course.
He's got a very nice placement of his spoil pile.
He's got a perfect placement of his spoil pile. A check of the eye says that all of the dirt is out of the back of the truck. I'm sorry, Mike, I had to say it.
You would, Bill.
The placement of the pile is good. He did a good load drop.
Mike Frey, king of the good low drops. We might cut that one out. Thank you, Jessica. Mike into the dozer here, and it's all gonna come down to Hafe, but he's gonna be in contention with Peters here.
There we go. Keep it going.
Don't back down now, Mike Frey. Oh, I thought he was gonna try to take it all in one bite. He maybe pushed her a little further than he needed to.
Go, go, go.
And he's digging down deeper than he needed to, pushing farther than he needed to, but there we go, I'm gonna call it there. 331 for Mike Frey.
Thank you for being here. Great to see you again.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. So you did great job. Everybody, we were admiring the big buckets. I always like talking about the big buckets. Then you hustled out the excavator, got in, and the parking brake gave you some grief.
Yep.
I announced you the best load drop for the day. Tell us about your strategy with the excavator, and you tried to do a little backfill blade work there. Tell us about it.
Number one, I'm 50 years old. I had to make myself a ramp, number one. Other than that, I just had all the dirt positioned to where I would like to scoop it the quickest and not have to move the stick as much.
Yeah.
So that's why I tried to position everything I did.
You did a great job. And here was awesome. So we have you here. You're in 4th place with 331. So, I mean, there's not a lot of seconds here between, first and where you're at. So we are done with event 1. You did a wonderful job. We've got 3 more coming up, and you're giving the guys a run for their money. So here we are.
Having a great time.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, that wraps up event 1 here. We'll go to Bill to close us out and let us know the final standings.
Well, Jess, what do you think after a hot day of action here in Carnesville?
People are out to win it. They are hustling. They are giving it everything they've got. There were a couple technical issues where they're getting, not with the equipment, but them getting used to it, right? And you'll have that with the first event and the equipment first run of the day. So I think we're in for a real treat.
We are, and we've got a couple of things here that stand out like never before. Someone said it after the first set of runs, maybe the most competitive group we've ever had here in the National Equipment League. And that is indicated right at the top of the leaderboard here after event 1, where Chris Guins and Dirt Ninja are separated. Chris in first, Tom in second, separated by no more than 0.4 of a second, little more than 0.4 of a second. And then in third place, we have Mr. Dirt Perfect Mike Simon under protest due to the second penalty given on his incomplete dump of his truck bed. And in fourth place, we have Mike Frey, our regional qualifier from Indiana. Bryan Furnace, no stranger than coming from behind, and Bryan Furnace here at 339.15, and Madisen McCaulley in sixth place at 5:22. Scorching hot temperatures here in Carnesville, scorching hot competition between our competitors here. We can't wait to see you in episode 2, where we put people through the most intense wheel loader challenge we've put them through yet. On behalf of Hyundai, on behalf of us, thank you from the National Equipment League.